Guys, I have a secret about trading. Trading will expose every weakness you have. If you trade emotionally, the markets will destroy you. If you trade out of fear, you're going to probably lose some trades just because you're afraid to take them. If you're too emotional because you're greedy, well, you're going to be over trading and over leveraging. Today, I'm going to help with that. First, people usually are addicted to knowledge learning. I know I was in that phase personally. I remember my first year, I would just grind YouTube videos and just try to learn all these indicators that would teach me when to sell, when to buy, everything like that. It's worthless. It's honestly garbage. The most important advice I can give you is if you're not taking action on the information you're learning, the information might as well be useless because you're not really acting on it. You're not actually perfecting your own strategy and system to make you a better trader. The reason I continued so long watching those YouTube videos is because I kept getting dopamine hits. And I remember feeling good at learning all that information, but realistically, it didn't actually help me. If anything, it kind of prolonged my trading journey just because I just kept doing it for years, honestly. And now looking back on it, yeah, honestly, you can pretty much learn it all about 6 months. And after that, if you're not ready to start getting on MetaTrader and start, demo trading, what are you really doing here? Number 2, emotional trading. So when I first started out, I was trading real money on Awanda. I didn't do this MetaTrader Pop Firm, Meta 5, MetaTrader 4, or whatever. I didn't do anything. I went straight with real money. That was probably the stupidest thing I could have done. But I learned one valuable lesson, and that is I learned how to respect the money. After a while, I started realizing, like, dude, I'm losing $500, $400 each trade. And this was real money. And again, I wasn't very good. My win rate was, I had at least like 20, 15%. I mean, like I said, each 2 weeks I would get from working at Domino's, I would put my paycheck right back in there just to lose it again. The worst part was, honestly, I was a bit greedy. I was honestly over trading. I never really had the fear part where I would be afraid to take more trades just because I already lost a trade earlier that day. I didn't really have that. I would be more greedy and be like, oh, I lost money, so time to make it right back. And guess what? I would lose again just because I was over trading, over leverage. Because every time on Awanda, I would max leverage every single trade. And sometimes I didn't have stop losses, guys. I mean, I would legit lose 10% of the account in one trade in about 3 or 4 hours. So to help you guys not make the same mistake I did, I'm going to teach you a few things that actually helped me progress in my trading journey. And one was becoming more, making promises to myself and actually following through with them. Making that be eating healthy, eating organic, or simply just working out every single day and building a routine. Because trading, it really is a routine. I mean, if you get up at 9 o'clock every day or 9 a.m. for the Eastern, for the New York Open, yeah, you're going to be doing that every day, Monday through Friday. I mean, there's no days off in the markets. Even on weekends, if you trade Bitcoin or any crypto, the markets are still moving. The second part is journaling your trades. And I don't mean this necessarily, oh, I took a trade right here, stop loss right above the swing low, and I had to take profit at the demand zone. Now, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your emotions before, during, and after the trade. I specifically started, at least over the past few months, to start being more profitable because I started thinking about how I was thinking during the trade. That was my biggest problem. During the trade, I would have honestly feel like if it was going against me, I gotta get out and go with the trend. That was stupid. Realistically, what I needed to be doing this whole time was what I'm doing now. If it goes against me, buy some more and continuously buy at the lower prices. Because if I still think it's going to go up and my macro decision is still bullish, I feel confident in risking 1% each trade and just keep moving your stop loss if you're going to continue to buy more. And the same thing really if I was, making money in trade and I wanted to make more money. I was just being greedy, and as simply I would move my stop loss to break even, and then I would buy back more, and then I have my other entry right back at the break even point. So I'm still risking the same amount of percent, but I'm not actually ever really taking profit. And I would write it right back down, hit my stop loss, and end up losing money on a trade. And I was up like 1 to 2R. It's the stupidest thing I could possibly have done. That's why I believe if you're journaling your trades and not just your trades itself, but your actual thoughts about before, after, and during. Honestly, I feel like you'll start to see patterns in the way you think and like, whenever I think this, I end up losing money on this trade. So I truly believe that if you become a disciplined person, your whole trading journey will become a lot easier, and you'll able to make a lot more money when you're thinking clearly. And I like to go over this summary one more time. The first part is, don't become addicted to learning. But I'm not saying don't learn. Obviously, that's stupid. But what I'm saying is you have to actually go on MetaTrader, and you have to actually practice your strategies, and you have to actually go make sure you go back and back test. You have to make sure that you're not strategy hopping, definitely indicator hopping. Like if you're a trend writing trader, make sure you're using indicators that are actually trend related, not mean reversion indicators. Because you're in mean reversion. I mean, what the hell? What are you really doing here? You're just losing money because your indicators are just wrong. Number 2, stop being emotional every single fucking trade. It does not help you when you are emotional while trading. I've never heard a trader, or at least a hedge fund trader, just make a few millions, whenever my millionaires tell me we're trading it out. No, that's not how it works. They have a system and they follow through with it. They back tested it. They know that shit works. Make sure that strategy you are applying with real money actually works, not just some back tested it a few times, 50% win rate is all right. No. You're probably just guessing, and you didn't really know what you were doing. Let's be honest here. Number 3, when you're journaling your trades, make sure you write down your thoughts before you're entering that trade. What are you thinking right now at this moment? Do you want to make money? Or I guess you can say, are you greedy right now? That's a better way of putting it. Or are you revenge trading? I haven't took a trade all week. It's Wednesday. I gotta take a trade. See, again, over trading. There's no reason. If it doesn't hit your setup, there's no reason to be trading. Another way to help yourself is to make promises to yourself and follow through with them. Whether that be working out every single day or simply just journaling your trades. Some people don't even journal their trades or even think about the trades. Once they take the trade and they lose, they completely forget it out of their mind. That is the stupidest thing you could do, because you need to understand why you were wrong. You need to go back and actually understand, was it an event that went off on Forex Factory? Was a Trump tweet like he is right now in the Iran war? You have no idea why you were wrong, so you can't prevent yourself from doing that again. You need data, and the best way to get data is by backtesting. And if you're wrong, that's okay, because it's more data to make sure you get right in the future. I would like to end this video saying, if your ability to become a profitable trader is directly tied to your ability to become disciplined. What I mean by that is, if you see a trader that takes any trade that they see, but again has no actual system, they just feel like this, it doesn't buy any rules, it just uptrend, continue up the uptrend. You're not waiting for a pullback, you're not waiting for a touch of the EMA. I mean, it's just whatever they feel like, whatever they think. They're just completely using any technical analysis, not using any fundamentals, not using any rules. It's like, no, those traders don't ever actually make any long-term real money. If you want to be like a hedge fund, make, God forbid, 20-50% a year. I mean, you're Warren Buffett. I mean, you're making a lot more than that, I'll tell you that. But if you want to be a successful trader, you got to have an actual system, man. That's the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.